Hi, I'm Mark Cleghorn and welcome to Pose-Tober on the Photographer Academy, and we're looking at boudoir photography and how you can add different ideas into your session to either spice it up or just to add more variety. So every day on the Academy, we're adding one new image in for you, and you can check up here on our YouTube channel to kind of see the same content, but obviously our members get it ahead of time. But the Pose-Tober series is focused obviously on boudoir photography and their kind of how-to, so I'll explain the poses step by step. We can also look at why to add them in, perhaps into your sessions to add that variety. But I'm sure that during the 31 ideas that we're giving you during the course of the month, you're going to be able to take it away, whether it's classic, creative, different moods and styles, different body shapes. You'll be able to actually add in the different kind of styles, as I said. So the first of our poses is what I refer to as the lay-in arch. This is technically where the client is laying on their back, as you can see here, either on a sofa or on a bed. And what we're trying to do is create a slight arching of the body. Now, obviously, a fitter subject can basically arch quite easily, whereas perhaps a fuller or a kind of a more unfit client might not be able to actually hold the pose for so long. Okay, so the first things first, the weight is really on the buttock and on the shoulder blades. And basically the client's got to imagine that we're almost pulling them up from the middle of the kind of the torso to kind of raise that up as such. By doing that, you're definitely going to get an arch shape between the bed and the actual body. Now, as far as the softening of the curve is concerned, if you've got a client that can't quite hit the actual archway, you will still create, I promise you, a pose that you can add into your session, because even a slight kind of pushing up of the actual back will change the shape of the body no matter what. As far as the hand position is concerned, you can do pretty much a variety of things with the hands. You can add them up above the head, so almost stretching the pose out. You can use them to disguise the face in a faceless image, of course. You can have the hands just laying simply down by the side and perhaps kind of cupping around the buttock. You could use the hands as if they were untying or tying a piece of the lingerie to add that little bit more kind of interactivity to the image. I like to actually use one hand across the tummy, another hand towards the bust. You can also do this same shot, in fact, where it's an implied image as far as the hands can be used to actually cover over the bust and so on with it. As far as the legs are concerned, as you can see here with this client laying down on the sofa, we're using the heels on the actual top part of the sofa itself. Notice though how there's one leg more bent than the other. This gives you a really kind of great classic shape in boudoir photography. If it's on a bed, you can mimic pretty much the same thing, or even on a long sofa. And basically what you've got to try and do is make sure that the one knee is going to be higher than the other. I try and use the knee furthest away from camera position to be the highest knee, because then that basically protects everything around the neckline and everything else with it and things. It can be difficult at times when the client's got heels on, but you'll soon kind of work around that. So that is the lay-in arch, where the client is laying on their back. They're arching the body to create this elegant curve between the buttock and the shoulder blades itself, and the hands can then actually be either towards the head or resting onto the stomach, bust, etc. Good luck with that. If you'd like to see some more content on the Photographer Academy, simply go over to thephotographeracademy.com, and if it's boudoir photography you're interested in, just scroll onto portrait, then kind of scroll down to boudoir, click onto that, and you'll see a whole host of different kind of topics for you to actually click onto, and any of the orange banners then takes you to the pages where you can actually follow that through to see more of our content.